Alright, so one of the things that we did here was expanded our irrigation system. So let me take this cover off. So here, as you might have seen before, I had the aqua timer. And now because I have lots of containers, I put an extension there. I put another 4-port extension. So now I have 8 ports all together here for the drip irrigation system. Probably eventually I'll go to use one of the ratio or one of those little bit fancier ones, but for right now this seems to fit the need. So basically that's what I put in, and I got this little cover, which is basically a kitty litter bin that I use to cover this up, just because it gets a lot of sun and I don't want that all to warp away and stuff like that. The sun's just too hot. Alright, little update here on the aquaponics. Well, like I say, I almost ran out of water on this guy, and he kind of dropped his leaves, so that was my mistake. He was going pretty well, but boy, in this Texas heat, after about a week, you got to check that water. This guy had just enough water to keep him going, so like I say, it's an experiment with the aquaponics. There's some things that I'm learning to do. These are big pepper plants. They probably could use a bigger bucket than the 5-gallon bucket that I have here, but so far it's an experiment. I planted some scarlet runner beans here, waiting for those to come up. Looking here underneath, I had some dill seed that I planted to get some more dill. There's a baby moringa there that I had. There's some rosella that I'm going to transplant, and some different tomato plants here, some more chocolate pear tomatoes, the blueberry tomato, and the black vernissage. Also some ground cherries here. Waiting for those to get a little bit bigger, and I'll transplant them into a bigger pot. For the aquaponics here with the lettuce, it seems to be growing. There's one pak choi. The rest is bib lettuce. I had another container, but something came in the middle of the night and started eating those leaves, and I don't know what it was. So I have to probably put a cover over them or something if I try it again. But anyways, the lettuce looks okay. We'll give it a shot. It's getting hot here in Texas, so the hanging baskets are doing good. Hanging baskets doing good. The strawberries were starting to get strawberries. Those strawberries, they were starting to get bigger and turn red. And of course, who ate them? The squirrels. You know, the squirrels climbed up this trellis here that we've had. They climbed up this trellis and they hopped right into there and started eating every little red strawberry. So we got squirrel problems, about 3 or 4 of them, and we tried red pepper extract, sprayed it on the stuff, and they don't care. Nothing seems to scare them away. So what we tried to do is, they love climbing for the birdseed, because we love the birds. The birds come in, but the squirrels will climb this damn thing and hang upside down and eat these nuts and seeds. So I basically said, well, if you want this and you take it, I'll put it right there by the fence, so when you walk by the fence, you can sit there and eat all that. And we'll try to give the birds something else where they can't get. Now, I put this here, but the one little squirrel, I think, wants to come over here and eat this. So we're going to have to come up with something. If anybody knows how to get rid of squirrels other than shooting them or whatever, it would be very helpful. So these are all doing well. Underneath the patio and the arches here, the flowers are doing well in this heat. Like I say, they got a big soaking of rain all day yesterday. These leaves here, boy, they just take over everything. Look at how, I'll pick that seed. Look at how well they do. They crowd out everything. The Mexican heather underneath, they crowd out everything. Who knew they'd get that big in a pot? But they do. They love it, and they love the shade. More strawberries coming. We'll see if we can keep it from the squirrels. Alright, we'll move over here to this side. This is the carrots and the Korean jumbo radishes. They are growing. So far, so good. I've never really had to grow carrots, so it's the first time. and everything seems to be okay there. And then our old last year strawberry plant, strawberries looking healthy. Moving over here, we picked some Swiss chard and ate it, and we left some there, so that's going to grow more. These are icicle radishes that, gosh, it seems a few of them are starting to bolt. So I don't know, maybe it's too hot for radishes right now. We'll give it a shot, but maybe I'll have to do them in a cooler weather. These were two sickly little zucchini plants that we got from Home Depot, kind of like the Charlie Brown Christmas tree. So they look like they're taking, they're green, so we'll see what we get out of that. Of course, the herbs back here, doing good. Parsley, mint, basil, the old dill, still kind of there, but we got to get more. That's why I got the more dill. This second planting of cucumber, it's so puny and kind of weak. That's why I planted more. So, you know, we'll see what this does. And then, of course, the tomatoes that we've had, the cherries here, the yellow cherries. Lots more flowers, lots more little cherries. Boy, these things grow good. I've been picking a bunch of cherries, so, you know, how high will it go? So anyways, that's this part of the garden, and we'll see what the rest of the garden's doing.